recover it as much as I could, but it's tough once you like start getting lactic to get it back together again.
Oh, I mean, you can't simulate this heat, can you?
We were in Florida for a week and a half, or for a little over a week, and it was actually a little hotter and a little more humid there, so I think it was good preparation for this, but you know, the race was slow and tactical, and I just didn't position myself well enough at the end, so yeah.
What did you think of the young kid?
She did great. I mean, to get second at a national championship is huge, so you know, I think she probably ran the smartest out of anyone in the field and put herself in it to make the team, if not win it. So
why'd she run smart?
She was clear and moving up with about 400 to go. I was kind of buried in a whole bunch of people, so I was getting knocked around like a ping pong ball at the you know, with 400 to go, and a couple steps behind the race when it finally got going. So you know, that's my mistake, and you know, I just wasn't able to recover enough from it.
Is she kind of wise beyond her years? I mean,
you know, she's got really good. I think she's a great tactician to begin with, and she's got really good mentors. So I think it's a combination.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When it goes out in 85 there, what are you thinking?
You know, I know I didn't want to like take the pace, so I figured, you know, okay, I'll just hang out with this and keep myself in as best of a spot as I can, and just see how it develops. I thought someone would want to take it a little bit sooner, but I guess they all are thinking the same thing as me. So.
Well, you were up there in front of the first lap, and it was still awfully slow.
Yeah, you know, I didn't mind it too much because it was so slow. It was like, you know, I didn't really even feel the wind. We were going so slow. And then when it started picking up, I was in a good spot. But you know, once the field started moving, I just didn't have the clearance that I needed right away. So had to work a little harder to get it, I guess. Hello with the kick. Yeah, I just tied up that last 100 meters and lost it near the end, so it's pretty disappointing, but I had the B, so yeah, I mean,
You're gonna go chase after the ace?
I'm gonna go run, try to run fast, and you know, it's just disappointed I wasn't in the top 3, but
just like a breath.
Yeah.
And you guys had to, I'll put your time.
Yeah, we were out there for a little bit.
Sorry, you weren't alone. You had sort of a furrowed brow before the race. But
trying to see. Yeah, it's bright.
It's like those sunglasses and a wet hat or something.
You know, I don't know. I train without sunglasses, so I don't want to race to something I'm not used to.
That's right.
And you know, I didn't really notice it once the race was going, but yeah, you know, the wind on that last stretch and the quick pace just a little too much for me. So I'm disappointed, but what can I do? It's over now. Thanks.
Shannon, going into that last lap, obviously, you know, you moved up into 3rd place, and at that point, what were your thoughts? I mean, did you feel like you still had enough for a kick to hold on?
I did, yeah. You know, it was really messy out there and lots of jostling, so didn't have as clean of a last, you know, 300 as I would have liked, but that's the nature of a championship race, so it is what it is. I think, you know, the heat is pretty intimidating, being out there with the like 90-degree heat and 20-mile-per-hour winds. It's no one really, I guess, wants to be the sacrificial lamb, if you will. So, you know, probably didn't play into my strengths as much as I would have liked, but you know, that's, like I said before, that's the nature of pretty 300-meter race, really. Yeah, and unfortunately, I was just a few steps behind and had to work a little too hard to try to get close. So, yeah.
Now you just have to he doesn't get the knee. You're in.
Yeah, I mean, that's she's running really well. That's, you know, hoping for someone to fail isn't really the way that you want to be getting into a championship. So, you know, I have some races planned. I'm just gonna go try to run fast and compete well, and it is what it is. So.
Shannon, now earlier this year you ran a pretty good 5K at Pre.
Yeah.
You know, you've been primarily a 1500 runner. Moving forward, do you think we're going to see more of you in the longer distance, or?
Eventually, yeah. I still have a lot to learn, but definitely, you know, something on the horizon for me. And you know, Pre was. I was hoping to have some people to run with, but I wasn't quite sharp enough to run with the Africans, and the Americans were starting out a little slower than I wanted, so I ran 15-18 pretty much by myself. So I'd like to get in a real race and see what I could do there. But you know, I've had some good performances. I've had a bunch of like kind of things with like good little spots in them, but nothing quite to the level that I was hoping for yet. So hopefully the summer will keep going and keep improving. And
Are you going to Europe then?